Good Monday morning, SLT Tribe. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and I hope this reading finds you all happy, healthy, wealthy, and beautiful. Thank you all so very much for allowing me to do this reveal for you. And before we get started, just a couple of announcements. First announcement is I'd like to thank all of you for liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel and to my Facebook page, sending me friend requests, allowing me to do in-depth readings for you, allowing me to do these reveals for you. Everything is just greatly appreciated. Thank you for being on this journey with me. If you would like to donate, you can do so through PayPal or Venmo. Both of those links are in the description. If you would like to be a part of my Facebook page, my private Facebook page, that link is in the description. If you'd like to send me a friend request, you may do so. And my birthday is the 19th of this month. If you'd like to send me a card or a gift or, just a little token of your appreciation, you can do that as well. My P.O. box is in the description box. So without further ado, let's get to it, y'all. Hello, candle reveal number one. Thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you today, and welcome. I did get an intuitive message as I was setting everything up for you, and that intuitive message is stop procrastinating and stop trying to redo something. There's a feeling like you start something and it's like 5 minutes in, you're not happy with what it is, so you stop and you put it aside, and then you go back to it. And this is something that would probably make you happy if you just continue to do it, but it seems like too daunting, or you're too afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone or pushing forward with it. And this is something that you want to do. This is something you've always wanted to do, but it's challenging. And when things start to challenge us and we're not 110% secure with it, we stop and we push it aside, and then we kick ourselves in the butt for not following through. So your message is stop procrastinating. Just do it. Just do what it is that you're being guided to do, and have fun with it, and get excited about it. But don't stop doing it because there's this feeling of uncertainty, or there's this feeling of failure. That's ego talking. Don't allow ego to steer you anywhere. So let's see what the energy oracle has for you. So we have envy. Sometimes we go to other people for advice, and we're on this path of opportunity, and we're on this path of greatness, and we're on this path of trying to make our mark. And then we ask somebody for advice, and we ask the people who we think want the best for us. But if we're in a place of moving forward and really trying to make our mark on the world, and we're pushing past our fears and pushing past our boundaries and stepping outside of the box, you may have people in your life who aren't as brave as you, and they may be giving you bad advice because they envy that you are kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and really striving toward your dreams, desires, and passions. So just be careful who you talk to about your dreams and the energy you invest in this person or these people when you talk to them about your dreams. This is the type of person who would go out of their way to make you feel insecure about, like, you could start off with the conversation on cloud nine, and by the time they got done with you, you're already walking out the door about to give up on something that could be beneficial and the potential of happiness and abundance in your life. So be very careful who you share your dreams and ideas with. Make sure that the person you're talking to is the type of person who wants your happiness as much as you want your happiness. All right, so then we have woman holding heart, we have woman holding coin, and we have man holding coin. So there's I think a lot of people here with a lot of moving parts. This could be a business adventure, and one of these people could be the one who you may be going to for advice or asking about, and this could be the one who's a little bit envious or jealous of a partnership that you may have acquired with someone. So this really looks like a love triangle, doesn't it? We have a woman holding a heart. She's the love. We have a woman holding a coin. She's the money. She's the one who is connected with source and the powerful one. Then we have a man holding coin. And then we have the envy card. So that very much looks like, and we also have a pattern 42, 43, 44. I use these cards all the time. They're always shuffled. So to have these three cards back to back, it feels kind of like a love triangle or a partnership triangle here. And someone seems to be very envious of a partnership or a relationship that seems to be happening here. So let's see. I just want to one more card to fly out. Well, a few more cards fell out. And I'm going to use them all because I want to. We have blossoming abundance. So if this is the partnership, we have blossoming abundance. But there's blossoming abundance here. There's also the indecision card. So do we go forward with our passions, our dreams, and our desires? Do we go forward with this relationship or partnership, even though it has the potential of this blossoming abundance? There's a little bit of envy here from somebody in this triangle here. We also have the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron, and this is all about going within and allowing spirit to bring you the messages that you need to hear at this time. This is also about connecting with your third eye, connecting with source, connecting with spirit. And then we have the happy family. So by connecting with source and connecting with spirit and connecting and opening up that third eye chakra, you make the decision that you need to make, which brings in the abundance and prosperity here. So it's either walking away from this envious relationship or walking away from this envious partnership. But it seems like you follow the guidance of spirit here, and you make the choice that you need to make to be happy with self or with your family. But this really feels like a love triangle or a partnership triangle that maybe someone thought it was going to work because the three people involved are so close together, meaning really good friends, you know, or really good partners. You can be great friends with somebody, wonderful friends with somebody, get into a relationship with them, be in a partnership or a sexual relationship, and see what happens. And see what happens. That, you know, jealousy and envy are things that show their heads, that rear their heads when you're in particular situations. You could be the best of the best and the best of friends, but you throw romance into the mix or money into the mix or feelings into the mix beyond the friendship, then things have a tendency to go sideways. And so there's the decision here that needs to be made. So do we invest more time in this partnership here and try to get beyond the envy and the jealousy, or do we strike out on a path of our own and see where that leads us? Allow spirit to guide you on that, because it's, you know, it can be a pretty sticky situation. I was in a relationship with my best friend and her husband for 5 years, so I know the kind of depths that and the envy and jealousy that it can bring too. And so I had to make a decision that was good for me, that was best for myself. And even though I stepped out of that relationship after 5 years, we are all extremely best friends. I love them more than anyone in the world, and I would drop everything that I'm doing at the drop of a hat to go to them if they needed me. So we have a stronger relationship now that we went through what we went through than I think we did prior to going through the physical relationship that we had. So this can be pretty tricky. So think, and I know it's hard to say, think of what makes you happy. Put yourself in a place of what makes you happy. If this is some sort of relationship or friendship, that partnership that has turned into a physical relationship. Or this could also be just a partnership to where one person feels kind of neglected or left out, you know. You will know how best to fit this in your life. But there is a decision that needs to be made. And that decision is how to create the happiness, abundance in your own life, working with what you have to work with. So let's see what the Crow Tarot has to say. And we're jumping. The Queen of Pentacles. Hey, look at that woman holding coin. And there's the Six of Swords. And that's the Six of Swords is just going in a different direction to create the abundance and prosperity for your life. So this is someone kind of walking away, going in a different direction, and having this kind of like transformation, creative transformation, abundant transformation, maybe even a spiritual transformation. Yes, looking back, is the decision that I made the right one? You may lose a little bit along the way when you go through this transformation, but I think it is one duly needed, so you have an identity of your own, standing in a place of strength, balance, abundance, prosperity, creativity, and birth, like a rebirth. And once you walk away or move into a time of your own, there's this feeling of loneliness or feeling left out that comes after that, right? So you make the decision to go out on your own. You move away or walk away from this situation. You're in a time of abundance and prosperity and transformation, but you're kind of feeling left out. Because before, as you were with two others, and whatever that relationship or partnership was, decisions were made together, things were done together. But now there's this feeling of kind of being left alone and left out in the cold, so to speak. So let's see what else. Yeah, and the four, these are all just coming out. So, I mean, we have the 4, the 5, the 6. So it's like a pattern that we have here. There's balance, but there's also holding things too close. This kind of like when you leave relationships like that, you just kind of want to be alone for a while, or don't want to have really anything to do with anybody because the hurt and the pain from that. So you kind of hold things like really close, and you don't entrust in people as much as you used to do, or you don't allow yourself to meet other people or talk to other people or confide in people. So even though there is a balance here, and even though you're going through this time of transformation and transition, you seem to be kind of holding things a little bit close and not really putting yourself out there or trusting many people yet. And then, just like that, you step into a time of abundance and prosperity. And there's that butterfly again. So we have a butterfly here, a butterfly here, a butterfly here. So I think this relationship or partnership or friendship brings about a transformation for you. You find out who you are. You find out what you're made of. You find out how strong you are. You find out how abundant you are. You find out that perhaps the connection that you thought you had wasn't as strong as the connection you thought you had. Perhaps you start realizing that the love for yourself and the respect and appreciation and worthiness that you desire to feel, you weren't feeling it here, and you are better equipped at showing yourself worthiness and appreciation and love from within to yourself, then finding that through whatever this partnership or relationship was. So let's see if we can get one more card through the Pro Tarot. Yeah, and then there's this mental entrapment. Did I do the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? What direction do I go? It's kind of like blinded by the voices in your head. There's a feeling here of being trapped. And it's not trapped in this relationship anymore. Now it's just trapped in your head. Am I doing so? You're set financially. There's all this abundance and prosperity coming in, but it just kind of feels like that now you're asking yourself, did I do the right thing? And you're going back and forth. And ego will tell you you did the wrong thing, or ego will blame you, or ego will do what ego does and keep you blaming yourself, or for however the relationship went sideways. But the only way that ego can have power over us is if we allow it to happen. So don't be blinded by the shit that ego is trying to convince you of. You did what was right for you. You did what you needed to create this feeling within yourself of worthiness and deserving and abundance and prosperity, right? Sometimes when we're in relationships or friendships or partnerships like this, we have a tendency to lose our identity because we become what others desire us to be. There has to be a time where you get that identity back, or you're just living life through other people. And I think that's where you are at the moment. You're kind of feeling like, who am I? And what part do I now play in this world? What part do I now play in my life? And you have to be open to new adventures. You have to be open to new direction and new paths, or you're going to continue to feel left out and alone. And when we feel left out and alone, we repeat problems. We go back to those situations where we were comfortable, where we felt secure, where we felt, and even though we didn't feel that way. So we have the Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. We were just talking. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Thank you, Magician. Then we have Princess of Summer, a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to a social event, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. So finally, you're kind of opening up. You're stepping out of that time of being a slave to ego. You're understanding that you have to create this life that you want to, that you have to create this life that you want. Take charge of it, create it. You meet someone who can really help you kind of move past this situation and find your worthiness and find your connection to source and spirit and to other people around you, and not be such, a hermit, or hold on to, things too tightly, or be that slave to ego. This is going to allow you to really step out of your comfort zone and find that independence, so you can write your true story. And then we have the Seven of Summer. No more procrastinating. No more procrastinating. Your powers come from making the decisions. Confusions that arise from overanalyzing the options. So you're stepping into a time of really doing something for you. Don't overanalyze it. Don't make it bigger than it is. This is a choice. Make the choice or don't make the choice. Does this choice benefit you? If it does, move forward on it. If it doesn't, that's okay. Another option will come, and another decision will have to be made. You spend too much time thinking about something, then you overthink it, then you overanalyze it, then you just stop it altogether, because it becomes daunting, and then it starts feeling like a task, right? So I want to pull a card really quick from the Wisdom deck that fell out. This world is our heaven on earth. In the new millennium of the Aquarian age. We are learning to go within to find our savior. We are the power we are looking for. Each one of us is totally linked to the universe and with life. You are the power you are looking for. You don't need anyone else to give you the power that you're looking for to make this choice for yourself, to make this decision, to move forward on your own path. You don't need me. You don't need to continue to ask people about their opinions. Hey, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You have the power within yourself to make your own decision and move forward and live the life that you desire to live. So go out and do that, and be good to yourself. This was one experience in your life that you have learned from, that you have grown from, that you have fulfilled, right? We all have experiences that we get into that have to run their course. And this experience has ran its course, and now you have the opportunity to go out and to manifest, take charge of your life, meet new people who resonate with you, and move forward into your own power. So if you've chosen deck, or not deck number one, but candle number one, this is your reading. Thank you so very much, and have a great and wonderful day, guys. Sending you so much luck and love. Bye. Good morning, candle number two. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. You are being divinely guided to do something, to step out of the box, to move down a path of enlightenment, spirituality, connection with angels, reading tarot, doing healing, oracle reading, chakra reading, balancing chakras, Reiki, pendulums, crystals, something or everything. I was drawn to do the angel tarot, angel oracle, and messages from spirit. So you are being divinely guided into a life, I feel, of service, spiritual service, if you're not already in spiritual service, or a life of service in regards to healing, spirituality, or faith. So I'm going to move these and these and see what the angel tarot has for you. All right, hold on. We had three that fell out. So we have renewal, we have the hermit, and we have the 10 of water. So renewal is talking about reviewing and evaluating your life at this moment, and a time to go into a new direction. And the hermit is about going within and finding that new direction, finding that wisdom, finding what direction you're being guided to go into, what's really calling you. Meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. The 10 of water is stepping into a time of abundance and happiness emotionally, trustworthy relationships, rewarding family life. So whatever it is that you're over here thinking about transitioning into, or whatever that direction is that you're moving into, the wisdom that it brings to you has the potential of creating a prosperous and very beautiful and beneficial life for you. Relationships, friendships, partnerships that bring happiness and harmony and love and creativity and emotional gratification, satisfaction. So you're really on your way into something beautiful here, life-changing. I feel very comfortable in saying. and a time of also self-discovery, who you really are. So it's like you're going through this transformation of who you once were to who you desire to be. This is the Four of Earth. It's the Four of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. Um, and this has a giving back to the less fortunate, which is also of service, but it also talks about being too cautious and kind of holding a lot of things like to the chest or to the breast, holding on to things that sometimes we hold on to things from our. So when we're going through a time of transition or transformation, it's very difficult to let things from who we used to be go, because we've become so very comfortable with the things that we've acquired in our life prior to that transformation. So when we're on this path to self-discovery and we're on this path to relearning to love ourselves and those around you, and we're on this path of service, we have a very hard time of letting that old part of us go, right? We have a hard time of releasing those things in our life that we have become very comfortable with, materialistic things, friendships, relationships, emotionally and physical. So this is about, yes, giving back and making good business decisions, but it's also about releasing and letting go, not holding on to the things that didn't serve you before, because they're most certainly not going to serve you now. Balance, and it's bringing it all into balance. Yeah. So the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, and compromise. And this is about waiting for the perfect time. So we have three major arcana cards here: renewal, hermit, and the balance. So this is really you going through a time of transformation and a transition into the life that you used to live, into a life that is more connected with your spirituality and service, finding who you truly are, self-discovery, helping others. But it's not going to happen overnight, and it's something that is going to take time, and it's something that is going to have to be done in moderation. When we go through a transition or a transformation, and we start just, going through our lives or our homes or whatever, and starts throwing shit away that used to be a part of that old self, that old life, we then start overthinking what we're doing, and then you find yourself at the trash can or the dumpster pulling shit back out, right? So this has to be done in moderation, and there has to be a compromise. If you are a mother or a father, and you are going through this change, perhaps you have friends who aren't on the same spiritual level as you are, or that you're stepping into, they are going to probably question your change, right? And sometimes we will maybe pull away from those particular people because we are not willing, we don't want to be a part of that old life again. But these are people who have been with you for a very long time. So there's going to have to be balance and a little bit of compromise. If you are wanting people to accept you and the way you are becoming, then you're going to have to perhaps maybe accept people who have stood by you through this transition and their inability to be on that same level that you are spiritually, if that makes sense. So we have the Seven of Earth, planting the seeds. Love planting seeds. The Five of Fire, And the Five of Fire is about competing. Now, this could be competing within oneself or competing with other people. And if you're really up there on that spiritual, if you're really growing spiritually, there's no need for you to compete with anybody. So I think this is kind of like having this back and forth with ego or with yourself. Do you really want to do this? Should I really be doing this? Should I really be giving up my old ways? And ego is like, no, no, no. And you're going, I have to, in order to live out the type of life I see for myself, right? In order to have this change, in order to go through this transition, the spiritual transition, there has to be releasing of the old, right? And remember when I said that the releasing of the old can be very hard. So it has to be in moderation. Well, the Five of Fire is all about being in your head about it and going back and forth with ego if this is something that you should do or something that you shouldn't do. And ego most definitely doesn't want you to do it. And then we have the Three of Earth. So this is that power of creativity. You're planting the seeds. Well, first we have this creative little rejuvenation and being a team player and just doing the work to get to that fruitfulness that you are going to receive from this transformation. And then we have the 8 and the 3 of fire. So the 3 of fire is about abundance and celebrating self and celebrating this transition from where you were to where you are. And then the 8 of fire kind of projects us into this time of renewal and balance and finding that wisdom within ourselves to make this life-altering move as gentle but as balanced as it can be. And there may be moments where you feel like you're all over the place. There may be times when you feel like you're losing your mind. There may be times where you're feeling emotionally exhausted. There may be times that you're feeling spiritually spent. There may be times that you're feeling like you don't even want to get up out of bed in the morning. But by getting out of bed and planting those seeds and recognizing what you're capable of, then you start manifesting, and the time for celebration comes. Do the work, get the reward. Do the work, get the reward. Do the work, get the reward. And some of that work is going to be life-changing, life-altering, and exhausting. All right, life review, kind of like the renewal. Take inventory on your life, resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So we have the renewal and balance all in one card. So reviewing your life and then putting anything that is out of balance in balance. And I think the life review thing is also taking stock of where you are and how far you've come and really celebrating that aspect of your life. You could be in the same position that you've always been if you listened to ego, but because you didn't, because you stepped into that hermit mode, because you really did this self-discovery of yourself and you found that love and that fire within, you're moving forward into a time of celebration and enlightenment. You just can't allow that ego to kind of keep you going back and forth with that fight against yourself on what self wants, what spirit wants, right? And sometimes that battle can be very exhausting. So taking inventory of your life and really appreciating how far you've come and the good fight that you have fought along the way to get to where you desire to be. And every day is a step closer. So we have the courage card and we have the patience card. So really being patient on this journey that you're on and having the courage to stand up for this journey, what you believe, who you are, and having the patience to allow your dreams to blossom in the time frame that spirit allows, right? We sometimes get very impatient when we're on our journey. And we have this card, the patience card, is about having that patience and allowing the seeds that you are planting to grow and take hold and allowing them with your nourishment to flourish and become something very wonderful, exciting, and beautiful for you. You're coming into a time of wisdom here. You're coming into a time of really stepping into your own power. And that takes patience, because sometimes we have days to where we're feeling the same as we did, you know, before we went on this spiritual journey, that we're exhausted and we don't want to do this, and it's a waste of time, and nothing is happening, and it's not, but it is happening behind the scenes. Things are always happening, regardless if you can see it or not. Things are always happening behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, you think about, you talk about it, you feel it, it's happening. If you think about it, feel it, and speak about it in a negative way, then that's a little bit self-sabotaging, and that dream is going to take a little bit longer. And sometimes we fall back into those patterns. I do it all the time. You know, one day I'm feeling up, and my connection with spirit is on fire, and I'm doing these readings and I'm feeling good, and a week will go by without any visual results. And I'm like, well, shit, is this all worth it? Am I, you know, there's been no clicks on the videos that I've uploaded. There's been no new clients for readings. What's going on? What's, you know, what am I doing wrong? And I start bashing myself, when in reality, the work behind the scenes that I can't visually see is setting me up for something so amazing and life-changing. And it's just having the patience to allow it all to work out, and not getting frustrated with yourself because you have a whole nother team behind the scenes, right? If we were able to pull back that curtain, it would be just like a whole magic act going on back there to benefit us in our path. And we have to understand that when we get in a mindset of feeling sorry for ourselves, or being discouraged, or being impatient. So let's see what else we have. Looking for a good jumper. I like the good jumpers. That's a good jumper. Indigo and Crystal Children. Archangel Metatron. Didn't we have Archangel Metatron before? No, I don't guess we did we? You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So maybe you're being guided to, I said, going into a life of service, a teacher, someone who works on a spiritual level with children who, I watched this show where there's a gentleman who works with children who can identify their past lives. Or if they were in an accident and they died and came back, they remember things that, you know, they saw or heard or felt. So perhaps your ability is with helping children, and working with one sensitive, working with another, and helping them build their gifts. Let's see what postcards from Spirit have for you, darling. And also, that whole working with children, you know, children are just so open to the discovery of magic and life and everything that comes with it. And by working with them, I find that we have that sense of adventure, that sense of rejuvenation, that sense of looking at things from a childlike, through child eyes, being excited about it, being feeling like it's just all new, and it's just so fresh and exciting, and we get happy and giddy. And that's the kind of feeling that you want to have when you go into something life-changing as this, looking at it through the innocence of how a child would, and allowing your heart and your spirit to be open to the courage and the patience that it takes to go through this time of renewal and self-discovery. So postcards from Spirit. Dearest you, Miracles never run out. Look back over your life review, and you will see so many moments, renewal. Moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right places, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt before miracles happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We just talked about that. We want you to know that miracles are being, well, see, what's that word? Anyway, I'm going to make up my own word. Miracles are being done for you, and we will never ever run out of them. I'm sorry, I'm Twitter-pated. We want you to know that miracles are being held for you, or being done for you. CONCOCTED. Concocted. God, I feel like an idiot. We want you. I can't wait to read the comments. This girl trying to give us advice and she can't even read. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, and when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and wants to be experienced through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. Let's try this again. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right places, the right opportunities, and the right times just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt like you were given up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never, ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible, amazing, and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. And that says, sigh. So, my darling candle number 2, thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. You are absolutely blessed. You are an incredible and amazing miracle magnet. Just keep on doing what you do and surrender to the beautiful path before you, and know that you are loved and guided. And until tomorrow, bye. Good morning, candle number 3. I hope this reading finds you well. Give me just one quick second to let me kind of feel what I'm feeling intuitively with this reveal. The last 2, they've had messages come forward. So the first message that I'm getting is to prepare. Prepare for change. Prepare for new experiences. Prepare for different opportunities. Don't let ego or procrastination put you in a position of missing out on something that could be very, very beneficial for you. So we have the Light Seers Tarot, the Animal Tarot, and the Butterfly Oracle. These are the 3 that I was drawn to. And it may seem like a very eclectic read here, because we have the kind of modern traditional tarot, and then we have these animal tarot, and then the butterflies. So I kind of feel that you're a person who doesn't stick with like one particular thing. You have many irons in the fire. You're like a chameleon. You can kind of blend into anything. You have a passion for animals or nature. And I want to say you're very loyal or not. That all kind of depends on how you're being treated at the time you're approached with a friendship, or at the time of a situation arising, if that makes sense. All right, had to take a little break there to get a drink. So we're going to start off with the Animal Tarot and see what guidance you're being given by nature, plants, source, animals. So let's see what we have. So this is interesting. We have Two of Autumn. It says you may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one reason. For one person to manage is important to balance your work and your personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So about balancing, bringing lightheartedness to whatever situation you may be in. The Tortoise, your responsibilities. What does that say? I can't even say. Your responsibilities may distant you from noticing all the gifts that Spirit is providing to you. Be open to interesting opportunities that come your way. So we have you balancing things here, putting a little fun back into your work. And then we also have you being called to be just open to following different paths. When I said that you may be someone eclectic who can kind of fit in like a chameleon, that's kind of like what I feel the Taurus is kind of saying. You don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. Kind of step out of your comfort zone and kind of fit into different situations, and allow that to kind of carry you into a different situation or a different situation or a different interesting opportunity. Then we have the Queen of Autumn. You will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. So you've been given all these responsibilities that you feel the need to balance, but you're also being asked to step out of your comfort zone and look for new opportunities and different situations that may be new to you. And when you find those, come into it with a time of creativity, a time of being very precise about what you want to do with these new opportunities, being very creative and being very positive. Because sometimes when we put ourselves in situations that we're not very comfortable with, or when we are put into or offered opportunities that we are not very comfortable with, we have a tendency to kind of just like get really freaked out about it and dart off in another direction. And with the Queen of Autumn, she is just pretty much saying be positive and just go into it with creativity, and make sure that when you are doing this, when you are on this new adventure, or when you are focusing on this new opportunity, because it's new, don't go willy-nilly with it. Be very practical and precise about what it is that you're doing, and don't put too much on your plate, or you'll find yourself trying to balance things that you're very uncertain and unfamiliar with. All right, so we have what is going on here? Sorry, guys. So we have the Queen of Summer. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. So taking care of oneself, being loving and being caring, but also listening to your intuition and listening to your own physical body. If you're feeling tired and if you're feeling worn out because you're trying to balance all of this new opportunities and new responsibilities, just kind of take a break and kind of step back away from it all. We have the Princess of Summer. You can expect a you can expect it kindle a new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. And then we have the 9. What does this say? Your source has brought you financial security and the reward of much deserved time. Okay, so the Queen of Autumn is that, or the 9 of Autumn is that 9 of Pentacles, right? Sitting in the lap of luxury, being appreciative and just grateful for what you were able to manifest in your life. And I think it's very interesting here that we have 3 Pentacles, 3 Pentacle cards, and then we have, I think these would be cups. The Summers would be cups because of water. I think we have 3 Pentacles and 3 water cards. So then we have the Balance card. So I think this is going to be a very well-balanced relationship. You may find yourself moving toward a relationship or friendship, be it platonic or a physical romantic relationship, someone that a relationship that benefits you both in ways of creativity, abundance, and prosperity. You may need to, when obtaining these new responsibilities and obligations, you may need to sort of kind of balance that new relationship or that new friendship with the responsibilities of taking on new obligations and still taking care of your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. So it seems like you have a lot going on. And you are given, I feel that you are given a lot more responsibility, people seeing your worth, people seeing what you are capable of bringing to the table, and how even though there's a lot of balancing act that needs to go on, you're very secure about what you are capable of. Okay, 9 cards fell out. I'm not reading all of them, so I'm going to put them back, and then I'm going to shuffle again and allow the ones that need to just flip out of the deck. And there we have it. So we have, and the Chariot was one of them, and it's still 900 million cards. All right, we have the 4 of Spring. It's time to kick back, relax, and celebrate all that you have accomplished. We have the Princess of Autumn, a wonderful opportunity related to your work or education. We have the 9 of Spring. You worked hard and now you're about to acquire all of the abundance. We have also the Chariot and the Wheel. Arabian horses. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. And the reindeer expect a sudden positive change. So you have been offered, or maybe getting offered, this great potential, new opportunities, new endeavors, new paths. And you're being asked to look for the fun in what you do. And when being offered these new opportunities, follow precisely, because this is something new and this will be something different. And even though it's new and different and fun, and it's this creative, wonderful opportunity that gives you, that allows you to be open with what you want to do, there is also you balancing new relationships, new friendships, and also balancing these new opportunities. So you're being asked to really take care of you, take care of yourself, take care of just your health, spirit, soul. Just kind of feel what your body is saying, listen to what your body is saying. There's no need to burn candles at both ends here. There's just a need for balance. And there's a new friendship or relationship that may be coming in. And this is something else that you will need to balance. There's a time of abundance and prosperity here. So this new opportunity has offered you something that has the potential of putting you up the financial scale, perhaps a raise, perhaps more authority, if you will. Then we have the Four of Spring, looking back, relaxing, and celebrating on your accomplishments. Because you go from the Four of Summer, which has given you a new opportunity, to trying to juggle all of these things at once, to putting you into a place of financial security. And so now it's time to relax and enjoy all of that. If you're not enjoying it, then why all the hard work? This is a wonderful opportunity to go back to school, to reevaluate, to educate, to really put all of that hard work into a time of furthering your education. So there may be some things about this new opportunity that you're not quite sure of. And the Prince of Autumn is perhaps going back to school, learning something different, learning something new, rewarding yourself. And this could be starting a new career. So they've given you the opportunity to see if you can do it. You did it. You juggled all of this. You're now into a time of reaping your rewards and a time of abundance and prosperity. So now it's time to take this opportunity a little bit further and start progressing on your education, promoting your worth, learning something new, creating something new for yourself. And then you have this wonderful hard work. You're creative. You created something very impressive to people who have been watching you. You've avoided challenges along the way that has popped up. You have balanced everything perfectly and wonderfully. And as I said, the chameleon. You're the kind of person that just can fit into any situation and come out smelling like a rose. So if any obstacles do come up, the Nine of Spring or the Gazelle is you not worrying about it, because you know, just as in the past, you've been able to get through any obstacles, you can do so now. And then we have the Wheel and the Chariot. So you're making that decision. You're going through a time of transformation and a time of positive change. So this is all looking well for you. If you haven't already, you'll be offered an opportunity that has the potential to be life-changing. Listen to your physical body. Don't try to burn candles at both ends. You're very good at balancing. A new relationship or friendship or rekindling of a relationship may come in. That's something else that needs to be balanced if you are reestablishing a physical relationship or a friendship. Make sure that this person isn't taking up all your time, or you are not giving all of your time to this person, because you have the potential of stepping into a time of abundance. You have the potential of going back to school, of furthering your education, of doing something that has the potential of putting you higher up the ranks. And if you're getting into this relationship or this new friendship or this new physical relationship, and when we get into that honeymoon phase of relationships or friendships, we want to give all of our time. And I don't think right now you have all of that time to give, because you're working your way up the ladder, right? You're furthering your education. You're being given these new opportunities, and you don't want to sacrifice that for, well, I mean, I can't say if you do or if you don't. but you're being offered something that has life-changing potential. And I would think that you wouldn't want to sacrifice that due to a blossoming romance or a new friendship that has the potential of being something more. No, 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 no. Stop it. I will take these though. So resting, taking care of self. There's a fight like within your head. There's this going back and forth. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? What should I do? And it's a battle. It will be a battle. The Ace of Cups, your cup absolutely overflowing, and then we have the Sun. Okay, so you're burning your candles at both ends. You're trying to balance all of this stuff, this new responsibility, this new obligation, the life you had, school, love, friendship, work, new opportunities. So there's this juggling thing going on, and the Four of Wands, like the Queen of Summer, is all about talking about really resting your body, caring for yourself, caring for others, allowing others to care for you, nurturing yourself. And in the meantime, there is this feeling of confliction, like conflicting feeling of, is this what I want to do? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And it could be a battle within yourself, guided toward a relationship, the responsibilities and obligations of work, of school, of having fun, of being in love, of having adventures. But I want to say that as if this has to do with being in a relationship or a new friendship starting off, then if this person truly has your best interest at heart, then they will understand how important all the rest of it is for you. And they wouldn't do anything to jeopardize your opportunity here, right? And everything that you have going on is going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a burden. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. There is a lot of taking chances. There is a lot of stepping out of your comfort zone here. There is a lot of moving forward here. There's a lot of dodging issues or worries if they pop up. There's no worry. You got that handled. There is you being guided to rest and take care of yourself, listening to your intuition, connection to spirit. And there's the Ace of Cups blessing you with security and peace and love and happiness and harmony and growth. And if you play it all right, then you can have everything that your heart's desired. But don't sacrifice bits and pieces of it. Don't sacrifice bits and pieces of this transition or this transformation for something that will maybe turn into something romantic or something spontaneous. Say that you're invited to an event and you go and you see this person and your eyes meet, and oh my God, it's this love at first sight, soul, spiritual connection, and the opportunity that you just have been given puts a lot of faith in you doing what you're being asked to do and what you're obligated to do. But because this connection and passion is so strong, you start neglecting this, or you start neglecting school, or you start neglecting your responsibilities. And so then you're putting yourself in a spot of making things a lot harder on yourself when it comes to manifesting your true heart's desire. And then there goes that battle inside of what should I do and how should I do it, and is it worth it? And well, we know it's worth it because it puts you in a time of true abundance and prosperity. So the decision is yours, my friend. The direction that you take in regards to this opportunity is yours. Just make sure that you are doing what's best for you at this time. So yeah, new career, healing from the past, and adult children. So I always find it hard to kind of determine how adult children kind of plays into. So you may have children who are out of the house, or your last one is leaving, going out into the world and taking on their own identity. And this gives you the opportunity to really go on your own new career path. And you're also being guided to kind of heal from the past. If this relationship is someone from your past, then perhaps maybe it's just you deciding if you want to heal from it or not, and then move forward, or if you want to reconnect or not. So that is your reading, darlings. Let me know if it resonates. Leave comments in the comments section, like, subscribe. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today, and I send you so many blessings, love, and light. And until next time, take care of you. Bye. Hello, good morning, candle number 4. This is Mary Elizabeth. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. So the cards that we have for you are the Energy Oracle, the Dragon Tarot, I think, the Dragon Oracle, excuse me, and the Gilded Tarot. So let me take a minute to see if I have any messages for you guys intuitively. I do. And the message is harness the power. Harness the power. Now that could be harnessing the power of who you are spiritually, harnessing your magic to create the type of life that you desire, harnessing your ability to manifest what it is that you desire in your life, because we all have it. And some of us are more powerful at it because we've allowed ourselves to harness that energy. And you can be powerful at it as well if you allow yourself to harness that energy through visualization, through manifestation, visualization, meditation, going for a walk in nature, by grounding, opening up your chakras, releasing and letting go of ego. That's the most important part. Loving yourself, being true to who you are, taking back your power from anyone that you've allowed to have it. So again, harnessing your power. So let's see what the Energy Oracle has for you today. I wouldn't be surprised if the Magician card just flew out of the deck, because we're harnessing power here. We're harnessing who we are. So the Garden and the Gate. So the Garden and the Gate is all about either staying where you feel comfortable, staying in your comfort zone, staying in the box, or stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping outside of the box and following your true path. So which one shall it be? Are you going to stay where it feels comfortable? Stay where, oh, there's the Magician, harnessing his power. And door to romance. And this is what I want to say. Usually door to romance means romantical partners. In this case, I feel door to romance is loving yourself. Harnessing back your power, taking back your power from others who have kept you either locked away or subdued from stepping out on your own. People who have, see, no one can take our power unless we allow them to have it, right? Unless we give it to them. So if you're in a relationship where your significant other or partner, or if you're in a partnership or a friendship where the other half of this is making you feel unworthy or undeserving, or keeping you kind of distant from what your capabilities or possibilities are in life, you're being asked to kind of walk away from that shit. Find the love within yourself and harness all of that power. Take it all back. There is no reason for you to ever to give your power to somebody else. You should be about loving yourself, knowing what it feels like to feel that self-love, and harnessing back your power and understanding that you have the ability to create whatever type of life you need to. The life that you're leading now isn't it. It isn't the end all. It isn't what you deserve. It's a life that keeps you fooled by someone else's reality. And that reality is shit. Someone else's reality that they keep feeding you is shit. So walk out of that gate. Walk beyond your comfort zone. Take that chance and walk away and find that love within yourself and start harnessing, taking back that power and creating your life, creating what you see for your life, not an illusion. And that's what this is. So you know what? I want to pull a couple more from the, not that I pull them, they fly out like that, like that. Man holding coin. Oh, gee, come on. So this could be someone who, the person that has the power over you. This could be someone who's very financially well off and you're very dependent on them. This could be you, and that's what causes the issues here, is because you would love nothing more than to step out on your own. But for someone who has been taken care of for such a long time, how does one do that without feeling the chaos and the craziness that comes from stepping out of your comfort zone, right? And that's where the harnessing your power comes in. The harnessing that power to create your life without needing to be taken care of or dictated to or lied to or manipulated, right? This could also be someone desiring to help you find that power and get away from whatever relationship or situation that you're in that doesn't allow you to be who you truly are. And by this person helping could cause the hostilities, and it could be a very shaky, unsavory situation. But whatever the case, you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone here, to find the love within yourself and to harness your own magic, to harness your own power, to create your life, the life that you want. And yes, it may cause an issue, it may cause a to-do, but would you rather go through a to-do or spend the rest of your life under the thumb of someone else's illusion? And there's only one person who can make that decision, and that's you. So let's see what the Gilded Tarot has for us. We have a couple of cards that fell out already. What do we have here? We have the Ten of Wands, and that's removing and releasing burdens that other people have placed upon you. And I think the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups is about finding that love within yourself and being happy about the decisions that you have made, releasing the burdens that you have allowed others to place upon you, and moving into a time of self-love, self-enlightenment, self-gratification. And when I say self-gratification, that is not a bad thing. If you're coming out of a relationship or a situation or a friendship or a partnership that has kept you under their thumb and that has kept you hidden from your opportunities, that has kept you hidden from love, that has kept you hidden from adventure, then when you're out of that situation, you're going to do things that may feel pleasurable to you, emotionally, physically, in many type of ways. I'm not saying debauchery, I'm not saying that, but it's like putting a kid in a candy store, right? And or allowing someone to live for the first time. I was in a relationship for quite some time, from the age of 19 to the age of 26, and it was a domestic violent relationship, and he kept me away from family, he kept me away from friends, he kept me away from anyone who could have any type of clout over me by guiding me to get out of the relationship that I was in with him. And it took a very long time for me to get up the courage to find my power, to find my strength, and to release him, and to go out into the world and truly love myself. And even then, I was still in a place of feeling, and all of these years later, I'm still in a place of feeling sometimes unworthy or undeserving of the love that I have, or the home that I have, or the relationship that I'm in. Even I'll be 50 the 19th of this month. From 19 to 26, 27, I was in that relationship. So 20 something years later, almost 30 years later, I still feel sometimes unworthy or undeserving of the love that I have, the friends that I have, the relationships that I have, my home, me being able to do this, even after all that time. So I know that the struggle can be real, but we, you, I, us, really have to every day work on releasing those burdens that relationships like that put upon us, and really see the love within ourselves and create love around us. So we are not putting ourselves in a position of having that victim mentality to think that whatever this person offers is the only thing that we are worthy of. So we have the Seven of Cups. So choices and choices. And so it's the choice of deciding, when I said that the choice is yours, the choice literally is yours. So what is it? What type of life do you want to live? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You have the potential of staying the same old, of being where you're comfortable, of giving in to that hostility and staying behind that gate, or you have the potential of following your own path. And whatever path that is, it may be a little bumpy along the way, but it's still going to get you away from that hostility and chaos that the relationship that you may be in at the moment, relationship or partnership that you may be in at the moment, is causing you. And then we have Temperance, just really coming to the realization of what you are worth, what you are capable of, and how to walk out of the relationship or friendship or partnership that you are in, with some type of balance, and knowing that this is what once was. This has the potential of what it can be, and you have these opportunities before you on the table. And if you are walking your own path, whatever that path is, even though it may seem rough and uncertain and hard, you're also being guided to let your actions be appropriate to the situation. So not going back to something that was comfortable. If you are constantly trying to move forward with your life and you have somebody that's trying to hold you back, you wouldn't continue to stay with the person who's trying to hold you back but not supporting your future, your further movements, if that makes sense. So whatever the case is here, you have a decision to make. You have the opportunity to make the decision to love yourself, to bring balance into your life, to find that connection to your higher self and to source, to release burdens that that you've allowed others to place upon you, and to walk out of what is comfortable and to create your own path and to harness that magic. Take it back and harness it and find that love for yourself, or stay where it's comfortable but not beneficial for you and your path. We have one card that fell here. So yeah, you're planting seeds, and Spirit is all about helping you get from planting the seeds to nourishing the seeds to putting you in a time of emotional prosperity and abundance. So you have this amazing life, this potential of amazing life before you. All you have to do is make the decision to want to change it. You have to have the desire to change it, the want to. And asking for help to make those changes is a big step. What dragon do we have here? We have the air dragon. Rise above earthly matters. Communicate honesty. Brings inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. So you're being asked to be open about how you feel, about what you want, even if it's not to the partner or the friend or the lover or whoever has you in this situation, but being communicating honestly with people who can help, and finding inspiration and hope that you are able to rise above this and move on and move into a better heart space, head space, heart place. The black dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on the ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed the test. And then we have the orange dragon. Bring soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness, and bring people everywhere together. So when you're beyond and above this situation that you are in, you have the potential of bringing wisdom to others who have been in your situation. You have potential to bring communities together, to speak your voice, to educate from a higher perspective people who may be going through what you are currently going through. You have the ability to harness that power and use it for good, to harness your experiences and to go out into the world past where you are, out of your comfort zone, and help other people get beyond their experiences. And not all of our experiences are the same. Everybody has a different experience. My experience is going to be different from yours, and yours is going to be different from theirs. But by using your voice and speaking your truth and telling your story, even though it's different from everybody else's, it still has the potential of giving someone hope. It still has the potential of allowing someone to see the light. It still has the potential of helping someone harness their own power, which, just like you, they were afraid to do, at some point in time. One more, please. Thank you. So we have the fire dragon. Burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired, and clear your soul pathway. So the moment that you're out of this situation, you are being asked to be determined and inspired to move on and stop living in the past, because what has happened to you or what is happening to you is not your story. You can use that story to bring wisdom and help people who feel stuck in a situation and bring people together, but that is not you. That is not your story. That is something that has happened to you in your life, in your story, but it does not determine or dictate who you are, because you're more than this. This is a speck of time, something that has happened that you are now free of or becoming free of, that you were able to help others. And by clearing away that residual energy, it it's like a snake shedding skin, right? You shed that residual energy off of yourself, and you don't allow that story to become you and who you are. You tell the story to help others, you guide others, you help others see that there is something more for them out in the world, and then you burn the energy from that gathering, from that meeting, from that situation. And the more people you help, the more you burn that energy away until you've helped those who you have come to help with the knowledge and experience that you've had. And then the story becomes the past. The moment that you were beyond that gate, the story has been your past. You can't allow it to continuously be the story you tell of yourself, because you have so many more amazing stories to tell. You can use it to help others get through their pain, to help others become wiser about what they're capable of doing by harnessing their own power and finding true love for themselves. But this can't be the story you tell about yourself in your everyday life, or it's the story that you will continue to repeat. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. I send you so much love and light. Now go harness your power and stop messing around. Bye.